Hello everyone, I'm Elaine. Welcome to my channel. And in this video, I wanted to share with you how I washed two stitched pieces. One is an embroidered design and the other is cross stitch. I really needed to clean them before I fully finished them. And I also want to say I'm not an expert, so you'll be taking a risk if you don't consult with a professional first if you wanted to try to wash any of your stitched pieces. Also, I had to tape this in clips, so I'm going to do my best at editing, so hopefully it'll be one nice smooth flow of video so that you can see the results and the final finishes. So let's go take a closer look at that process now. Okay, so I have a container of warm water with some couple drops of, I have this Ultra Ajax Triple Action dish detergent, and so this is the dimensions kit, and so this piece it's not particularly dirty, and I hope this is shown on the camera. So it has ring around the collar from where the hoop was, and it's a little dirty, and so I want to try to get rid of that. And the instructions say, let's see, if your stitching is dirty, hand wash, mild dishwashing liquid and lukewarm water, rinse in lukewarm water and dry flat. So this is gonna be scary because I don't know what kind of floss was in the kit. Well, dimensions, so, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna push it in. I got this little toothbrush. I don't know if the floss color will run. Let's get it in there, get it soaking. Let's see. Now that it's in here, it's hard to tell where the dirt was, but I'm just going to take this brush and just kind of brush the area. And look, I don't see any color running off, so that's good. I'm not brushing the stitching, just around the circumference of where the hoop left a mark. And again, this is, I can't remember when I finished this, so it's been out of the hoop for a little while, 6 months or so, I can't remember. But let's see, nope, I thought it was bleeding, but it's just the thread showing from the back side. It looks, I need to trim these threads. Oh well, I'll do that when it's dry. The water looks clear, so that's a good sign. And just brushing it one more time. Now, I'm just going to fold it. Let's see. The water's clear. Probably not supposed to scrunch it up, but have to get the excess out somehow. And again, I probably won't be able to tell. No, I do see a little discoloration, but maybe it'll look better once it's dried and pressed. So I'll just set that aside now. Okay, so I'm just looking at this, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually pour a little bit of soap on the toothbrush. And let's see, let me push this out of the way. I'm just going to give this a scrub in that area. So I have a feeling once it's dried, I'm still going to see the ring around the collar. Okay, obviously I'm not a professional. I'm just experimenting. Let's see how this turns out. Giving it a little washing. Okay, let's put it back in the water. So obviously this floss is color fast, so that's good. Now I'm just going to scrub the areas that I soaked up. See if that makes a difference. And I'm going to let that soak for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so I didn't really pay attention to the clock, but it's been at least 3-4 minutes, maybe even 5, but it looks better than it did. And so what I'm going to do, oops, let's see, I folded it, and then I, probably not the right way to do it, but let's see if it, nope, the stitching still looks intact. So what I'm going to do is go and rinse it under the faucet, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and this looks great. That stain ring around the collar is gone. And so I will just let it dry, air dry, and let's see, I wanted to just mention the kits, or the information about the project. It says it contains printed white cotton fabric, so that's what this fabric is. It's just cotton, I'm assuming 100%. So that turned out great. And one other thing, I mentioned that I used a hoop, and that is because for cross stitch I stitch in hand, and so when I first bought this kit I tried to stitch in hand, but it just wouldn't work. With embroidery I had to use the hoop to get the right tension. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention. Now next is my very second cross stitch piece that I ever stitched, and this is from the 90s. Oh, okay, I can see it now, it's showing up better, the stains here and all around. I think I had it in a plastic bag, in a file box, I can't remember, but as you can see, it needs to be cleaned. Now, one thing I just noticed is that this is a little loose. So, one of, I think it was on Flower Talk, Vonna mentioned the Snag Nab-It, and I actually bought this a few days ago without realizing that I would actually probably use it so soon. So I'm going to, oops, it's double wrapped in here. I'm going to take it out and let's see. I'll probably mess this up, but so the one edge is ridged and then you have a point. So let's see. You're supposed to stick the point down, and I don't know if this is going to work because, well, let's see. I'm just going to do what it says. Stick this point down and you're going to pull it through. Wow, look at that. Probably should do this end. See how it was sticking up a bit? Oh, let's try to see what it does on this side. And wow, it tightened it up. Amazing. Thank you, Vonna, for sharing that tip as one of the tools that she likes to use. Snag Nab-It. This is made by Dritz. Okay, and I got this at the local fabric store, but I'm sure Joann's, Michael's, maybe Michael's, I don't know, but definitely Joann's. Okay, so I did change the water, and, well, again, don't know if this is color fast. This is another dimensions kit from the 90s, as I mentioned. So here we go. Is it gonna bleed? I don't know, but we'll find out. Okay, again, a little bit of dish detergent, a couple of drops, some warm water, and I'm gonna let this soak a few minutes, and I will, oh, let's see something real quick. Well, you can see that staining here, right there. So I'm gonna let this soak. Let's see, the water's still clear. Oh, the back is horrible, but anyway, I'm gonna let this soak, and I will probably give it 2-3 minutes. Then I'm going to again take the toothbrush with a little drop of soap and scrub it around and see what happens, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I let this fabric soak, so I will put a little bit of soap, toothbrush, let's see, and just give it a scrub. Let's see if that comes out. Probably not, but won't know until you try. Alright, well, I'm going to soap up the other areas and I'll be back. Okay, so I did scrub the areas with the toothbrush and some soap. So now I'm going to experiment even more. I put a little bit of powdered laundry detergent in this baggie. So let's see. I'm going to put some on this one spot. Let's see. Oops. Let's see what happens. Oops. So buzz. What is, oh, nope, that's part of the detergent, I think. Okay, so let's see if that does anything different. I'm good to the back side. Using the edge of the container. Just let's see, because there's a firmer surface instead of my hand. Yes, I am determined, but it's probably not going to work because it's been stained, I don't know for how long, but let's see. I can't, no, it's still there. I might have lightened it a bit, but I will continue on with a few other spots and I will be back. Okay, so what I did was I dumped out the first water bath that it had, and it was a little yellow, obviously from the yellow staining it had. Then I refilled this and continued with the laundry detergent, which I have Arm & Hammer Oxy Plus. Let that sit maybe another 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Dump that, refilled again with more of the detergent. And now this is my, dump that out, and this is the third rinsing of this. So let's take a look. Let's see, I think, well, once it's pressed, you probably tell better, much better that that it did get rid of the staining. There's still a little bit, but it looks so much better. And considering the age, I think that's pretty darn good. That's still there. This one here, but overall, not too bad. So I will let this dry and show you the results. Hello everyone, I'm back. The pieces have dried. This took about a couple of days to completely dry because it did have a lot of stitching, but this dried within a day. And so for this piece, well, they both turned out great. This, I got rid of like all the yellow that was on the exterior of the stitching, although there's still a few spots that I wasn't able to get out here, a little bit here, and then down here. But I masked this by putting in the date, which is actually the year that I stitched it. It was in the 90s. I'm not sure when in the 90s, so I just put 1990 with a small s. And I searched the internet and did find a kit on eBay because I wanted to find out the name of the kit. And so fortunately there was something online about it, and it's called Life's Prayer, and it is a dimensions kit, as I mentioned before. And this is 14 count ivory Aida that it was stitched on, which of course came in the kit. So I'm quite pleased. I kept it simple and just put it in this frame that I found at Walmart, and good to go. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, after they dried, I did put it between a towel to iron it as best as I could, both pieces. And in addition, I had to use this little clover iron for this embroidered piece to get into the middle section because of the stitches. So I did the best I could with that. Still a little wrinkly, but I'm okay with that. And so what I did to finish this piece, and again, this is another dimensions kit called I'm No Quitter. So I took a piece of printer paper, just measured out a circle, and So then I just matched it up with this Easy Quilting circle cut ruler. So I, measured. Actually, you have to fold it in half, and then put this on the full line, and then you cut a half circle, and you unfold it, and you have the complete circle. So cut that out. Then I took the cotton piece and I stitched it to this floral piece of fabric just around the circumference of the design. Then I glued the rickrack with this fabric fusion glue, Aleene's Original Fabric Fusion Glue. First time I've used it. And it's a clear glue, and it really adhered it well. And then I found a blue fabric in my stash, so I put the right sides together, stitched around it, left an opening, flipped it out to the right side, and stitched it up from the bottom. Kept it simple. I didn't want any ribbon ties or anything. I could always get a rod with those rods, they have clips, you could just clip it on and hang it. Or I could even make a hanging sleeve that some people do for quilts to hang them on the wall. I can do that. But I just wanted to keep it simple, and that's how these two projects turned out. So I hope this video was interesting, helpful, entertaining, and until next time, thanks for watching.